Okay, we are continuing with proportions today. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we're continuing with proportions today. So I'd like everybody to have a blank proportion set up on their whiteboards. Now, here's what I need you to write. Okay, I need you to write is over of equals percent over 100. Is over of equals percent over 100. During this chapter, we're going to use quite a few proportions that have this, percent over 100. All right, and basically all we need to do is change these two words up here to fit our situation. Today, it is over of equals percent over 100. Everybody say that with me. Is over of equals percent over 100. Okay? Now, if you can do that, then this is going to be easy. Now, I will tell you, the first thing that you want to identify when you find this is your percent. Okay? If there is a percent, you want to put that in first. So look at number 1. What percent of 65 is 13? What percent of 65 is 13? So, Nate, where would you guess I put this 65? What percent of 65? The of, perfect. So I'm going to erase the of, and I'm going to write 65. And Janae, where do you think I would put the 13? Is. What percent of 65 is 13? Use your calculators to solve that for me. What percent of 65 is 13? Is over of equals percent over 100. This is called the percent proportion. Somebody with a calculator, Skylar, do you have that? 20%. All right? 13 times 100 divided by 65 is 20%. All right. Next one. Again. Is over of equals percent over 100. By the way, do you guys remember on Friday when you were taking the test and I told you that your life would be miserable this chapter if you didn't have a calculator?
I like this miserable.
Yes? Okay. Now, number 4. Remember what I said. Now, the percent can get a little bit tricky. So if there is a percent, find that first. Skylar, what do I put up here for percent for number 4? 14. How do you know that 14 is my percent? Exactly. Not hard, right? It says 14%. So percent is my percent. Okay. Now what about my 81? Trevor, where do I put my 81? Why do you think of?
It says of 41.
Of 81. So my of is 81. Punch that into your calculator and give me an answer. Kenton, tell me when you have an answer. Do you have it, Kenton? 14 times 81 divided by 100? All right. 14% of 81 is 11. Number 7. What percent of 45 is 72? Do it on your own. What percent of 45 is 72? Is over of equals percent over 100. 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 So, first of all, there is no percent in this because I don't see a percent sign. All right? So, Alejandra, what is 45? I'm sorry, it should be of 45. Okay? My of is 45. So, I'm going to erase my of and write 45. Is 72. My 72 is my is. So I put that right there. What is my percent? Janelle, do you have the percent? 160%. Do number 5. 13 is 26% of what number? 13 is 26% of what number? Put your 26 in first.
Is it of over?
Is over of equals percent over 100. Is over of equals percent over 100. Right. When I do this, is over of equals percent over 100. Very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put 26% in, okay? Put your percent in first. That's the only one that is ever tricky, and it really shouldn't be. It says 26%, so 26% is going right here. 13 is, so I'm going to erase is, and write 13. Eliana, 13 is 26% of what number? 50. 13 is 26% of what number? Do allowance. Monica has $3 in her wallet. If this is 10% of her monthly allowance, what is her monthly allowance? This one's a little bit more tricky, but one of them should be very, very obvious. She has $3. This is. She has $3. This is 10%. Let me just do a little translating. What is this? She has $3 in her wallet. If this, what is this? 3, right? This is the $3 that she has in her wallet. $3 is 10% of her monthly allowance. What is her monthly allowance? Alex, what's your monthly allowance?
$30.
$30. Is over of 3 over x, or of, equals 10 over 100. Okay. Do the wedding. Of the 125 guests invited to a wedding, 104 attended the wedding. What percent of the invited guests attended the wedding? Is over of equals percent over 100. One of them should be easy. Of the 125 guests, so it should be very easy to see that 125 is my of. That goes on the bottom. All right? Now, 104. It may not be real easy to see what it is, but it's real easy to see what it isn't. 104 is not my percent, because it doesn't say percent, so that means it's my is. 104 goes right here. What percent attended the wedding? Janice, do you have that? 83.2%. 83.2%. All right, everybody say it with me. Is over of equals percent over 100. Nathan, say it with me. Is over of equals
percent.
perfect. Is over of equals percent over 100. Sorry I do not have a comic for you. However, to make up for not having a comic, I will have an assignment. Here it is. Sorry, I figured I'd have to give you something, but if I don't have a comic, at least I can give you an assignment.